Your name is Larry Laffer. You've arrived in beautiful Lost Wages without luggage. The airline lost it. Without a hotel reservation, you forgot to get one. And without a clue, you've never had one. You exit the cab. The hot, dry air of Lost Wages hits you in the face like a hard slap. A feeling not wholly unfamiliar to you. After your cab ride, you may be low on funds, but you've got the looks, the lines, and the leisure suit. You're in town to find true love, and if you happen to get lucky along the way, that's okay. After all, you're nearly 40.
And still untouched by human hands. Look out, ladies! I'm finding love tonight!
Uh-oh, that's Bear, the dog. In Lost Wages, Bear is famous for getting off his leash and spreading sunshine wherever he goes. If you act in a non-threatening manner long enough, maybe he'll come over and say hi sometime. Aw, that's Bear, always spreading sunshine. Nobody has dropped any change on the sidewalk. If you want money, you'll either have to sell yourself for sex or gamble.
So, let's get gambling!
It's a taxi call box. Somebody's offering a reward for the return of a lost Bernese mountain lion. And a local band called Rosella and the Iceman is opening for the Captain and Tennille next week. Looking at the telephone pole gives you an inferiority complex. Then again, you get an inferiority complex looking at a Vienna sausage. It's a lovely night, partly cloudy with highs in the mid-70s. Traffic and your extended forecast after this word. Smegma. There's a fence running along the back of Lefty's. In fact, there are fences running in and out of Lefty's all the time.
What?
The street continues on in both directions, but you don't see any amusing destinations within walking distance. You peer inside the storm drain. There's nothing inside it worth fishing out. Running along the back of... In fact, Lost Wages has been painting their garbage cans green to make them look like bushes. When you first got to town, you probably shouldn't have asked the cab driver to take you to a place where the women are as loose as the craps. This sign identifies the bar as Lefties, where people drink liberally. You can't see what's going on in this room, but you bet it's disgusting, perverted, and fun.
Damn it!
Whoever lives in that apartment has a great view. You'd be able to see down all the blouses from up there. You're alone down here, while somebody up there is probably having fun. But true love is undoubtedly just around the corner. Or so you've been telling yourself every 5 minutes for the last 30 years. Lefty's hotel charges by the hour, but the average stay is under 10 minutes. Wow, this bar is clearly full of really glamorous people having a swinging evening. You look at the Walk of Shame star set into the sidewalk.
David Ramirez. Thank God, a name I can pronounce without hurting myself.
You look at the Walk of Shame star set into the sidewalk.
Nafis Dwalster. Ow! I bruised my uvula.
You look at the Walk of Shame star set into the sidewalk.
Skylar Kaufman. Skylar. That's an interesting name. I bet it's gonna be real popular someday.
You shudder involuntarily. You look at the Walk of Shame star set into the sidewalk.
Jeff Schreiner. I wonder if he wears a fez.
That's great, Larry. That's probably the first time he's heard that joke today. Lefty's door is stout and thick, just like you. Leave the posters where they are. They could be useful to somebody who can actually read. You deliberately scrape your finger on the sidewalk because it feels so good when you stop. You reach into the storm drain and feel around.
Jimmy Hoffa's dead body, some box with the name Al Capone on it, and an aviator cap that says Amelia. Nope, nothing interesting.
You open up the garbage cans and root around for a while. You don't find anything you need, but you have a new appreciation for Scotchgard.
I apply a fresh coat every day.
You quickly check your fly by zipping it up and down a few times.
Zips up, zips down in an instant for easy access. Yeah, baby.
Holy cannoli! It smells like a fire hydrant just walked in here.
This sleazy bar gives you the creeps. Fortunately, the creeps are all ignoring you. The one with the bottomless gut is Michael Hirschman. He's been coming to Lefty's for years, bending the elbow and running up a classically huge bar tab. He just paid it back, which is partly the reason Lefty's is open tonight.
Yeah? What's up?
I was just looking for women.
Well, you're looking in the wrong place. It's pretty much a sausage fest here. I mean, I'm pretty, but not that pretty, if you know what I mean.
I sure do.
No, you don't.
So, Michael, you know any good pickup lines?
I don't need lines. I speak from the heart and my mouth.
You are a Renaissance man.
What's a hot babe like that doing in a miserable, smelly, broken-down joint like this?
Hey, Bub, just keep that kind of narration to yourself.
You must be tired. You've been running through my mind all day.
I know, but you keep following me anyway.
He looks like someone from your distant past, but you just can't put your finger on him.
Good thing, too.
How's it hanging?
By the angle of the dangle and the heat of the meat. Ha ha ha.
Classy.
Hey, play it again.
That's Jordan Lee. He's here frequently, and they say he shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. Curiously, in Florida, Arizona, and Montana, just to watch him die is a valid legal defense against homicide.
Hey, loser! Wanna go get into some serious fucking trouble?
Hey! No.
That's a shame. I know some major going down tonight. It's gonna be awesome.
That sounds boss.
No, it doesn't.
I guess people don't mess around with you.
They misjudge me. For instance, just because I know 1001 ways to inflict pain on the human body doesn't mean I like to hurt people.
I suddenly have to go.
I get that a lot.
The gentleman filling his face is Tom King, a regular at Lefty's and the kind of guy you love to have with you at the movies, so you don't have to talk to him for 2 hours.
Looking at me? Can't blame you, actually. I got that handsome, roguish look. It's a curse. But hey, you know what I mean, right?
Of course I do.
Yeah, I'm sure you know lots of handsome guys in my situation.
You've really got the boyish devil-may-care thing down, Tom. I'm jealous.
Well, it can't be learned.
This international bon vivant, Francois de Quitte, is one of Lefty's big investors. And being from Europe, he's extremely cool.
Wow, you're cool.
I know, right? It's almost too cool how cool I am, n'est-ce pas?
Ooh, and you speak Klingon, too.
No, I don't think so.
I resent your chiseled features, your height, and your easygoing, laid-back demeanor. Can I have your life?
No, I have too much cool to fit into that little body.
Not a lot of ladies around here.
I know where we can find some sheep.
I'm not there yet.
Whoever decided that darts is the perfect game for drunks deserves a medal. The darts simulation plugin was out of our price range. He appears to be perverted, twisted, and sick. You instantly take a liking to him. Have a seat at the bar first. What do you think this is? Some dive even cruddier than this? You take a seat on an available bar stool.
Blah, 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 blah. Nobody can eat that much ice cream.
So, what was the setup to that punchline?
Blah, 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 blah. And now he looks like Dennis Flaff.
So, what was the setup to that punchline? Instantly take...
Hello?
What'll it be?
Give me a mug of beer.
That'll be $5, please.
You flip $5 onto the counter. You down the beer in your pseudo-macho style and slam the mug back on the bar. Suddenly, you feel a little woozy.
I get that a lot.
Hello?
What'll it be? Are you sure? It'll cost you $90.
Hello?
What'll it be? I ain't selling no sissy drinks here. Try again.
Hello?
What'll it be?
May I please have a glass of your delicate white Zinfandel, sir?
Hey, was that your voice?
That'll be $5, please.
You flip $5 onto the counter. You delicately sip the wine until it's all gone.
I find this impudent and sassy with the slightest hint of impertinence.
This one tastes even better than the last. Don't you think one more seems like a good idea?
Hello?
What'll it be?
You mean to say you're playing Leisure Suit Larry and all you want is light beer?
Hello?
What'll it be?
I want to do some serious damage. Give me a vodka.
That'll be $5, please.
You flip $5 onto the counter. You don't drink the vodka. Instead, you carry it around in the shot glass because you simply never know when you'll need a shot of vodka.
Hello?
What'll it be?
I'll have a glass of your fine well whiskey.
That'll be $5, please.
You flip $5 onto the counter. You don't drink the whiskey, but instead decide to carry it with you wherever you go, precariously balanced in an open shot glass.
Hello?
What'll it be?
Give me a mug of beer.
That'll be $5, please.
You flip $5 onto the counter. You down the beer in your pseudo-macho style and slam the mug back on the bar. This one tastes even better than the last. Don't you think one more seems like a good idea?
Hello?
What'll it be?
You feel a little lightheaded. You're unsure if you'll be able to walk straight. Shaking your head, you finally clear away the cobwebs and are once again able to walk in your standard Studley style. You wonder how many Noggas had to give their all just to decorate this sleazehole. One of Lefty's conquests? The peephole is tightly shut. You rap loudly on the Nogga-hide door.
Yeah? What's the password?
An eye peers back with suspicion through the peephole. You clamber up the door, stand on the knob, and insert yourself through the peephole.
No thanks, buddy. I don't like garlic knots.
You rap loudly on the Nogga-hide door.
Yeah? What's the password?
Swordfish?
Damn, fool. Have some originality.
No one can hear you through the closed peephole. These video slot machines make it all too easy. At least when you had to pull a big handle, you got to work for your losses. This is the famous portrait, Mona Little Louder.
I think you need a breath mint. Or better yet, try chewing on an airwick.
Gee, Dad, it's a Wurlitzer. You check for a safe behind the painting, but it appears to have been glued to the wall with beer and nicotine. You slip a buck into the jukebox and search for a suitably sleazy selection. It appears to be advertising something. You can't do anything with the beer sign other than admiring the simple elegance of its message. This is a commemorative plaque. It's inscribed, "For the 69ers, the coolest and silliest kickbackers ever."
69ers? Kickbackers? Must be some sort of football reference. Something must be behind that door.
Nothing escapes your keen powers of deduction.
I bet that horseshoe's up there for luck.
Yeah, but it ain't working. You're here.
It's Lefty's #1 fan. You are in a dimly lit hallway. The peeling wallpaper gives the roaches something to watch. Clutter fills the room, and a filthy drunk wearing filthy clothes sits on the filthy floor, leaning his filthy back against the filthy wall.
Your breath is Your breath is bad.
It goes around in circles, just like your life. You know many of this beer's slogans. When you say PUD, you've said enough. You didn't know Lefty was into boxing. It's an old sign from a loading zone. It's a beer sign playing off the Busch Beer slogan, "Busch Beer gives you great head, swallow after swallow." The op-art design on the rug appears to make it move. Oh, wait a minute, that's the cockroaches. The area is littered with empty beer kegs. There is a tiny label on each keg that says, "Grade B, notice contains brewery sweepings."
That's the best part.
Oh. He is a poor little lamb who has lost his way, and also his bladder control. It's a bar stool ripped off from an old diner. It's a girly lamp like you'd find in any swingin' bachelor's rumpus room. There is a single lovely, long-stemmed red rose in a delicate bud vase standing incongruously on a keg. An old table stands on its side in the back of the room. It's a poster of supermodel Sweet Cheeks Marie Bonds, a model with a thing for men in uniform. Some say Lefty used to have a floating poker game in this back room. This is one of those gag rifle displays. When you clap or press the button, the gun starts wiggling like a fish and then shoots you in the chest. It's a poster of supermodel B. Wankmeister. For her work entertaining the troops, she earned the slogan, "The face that erected 1,000,000 pup tents." It's a grouper. Its turn-ons include swimming at the beach, quiet times, and not being mounted on a plaque. It's a puzzle. See if you can decode it yourself. There's no conceivable way this sign could help you get the girls. This fan is old, broken, and pathetic. This game has a lot of fans like that. You don't want any of these bottles. They are full of spiders and dried backwash. You poke around in the cartons. They contain nothing but useless, spider-ridden packing peanuts and mouse corpses. Better not take it. Lefty is selling it to a chain restaurant that buys up hoarders' collections and nails everything to the walls. The lamp is useless without its shade, or even with it. You deftly pluck the rose from the vase and carry it with you. You have no use for the bud vase itself. Wanting to be humane to the drunk, you clap him firmly on the shoulder, stroke his head, pat his hand, and get up close to him.
So tell me, how are you doing?
Thanks for asking, buddy. I'd be just great if only my impetigo would clear up.
Once more, you get close, but not too close to the drunk.
Have you thought about going to a doctor?
You go to a doctor and they just want to make you better. Then you get sick again and you start this cycle of destruction. No, thank you.
Can I do anything for you?
A little drink would be nice. To break up the monotony of my constant imbibing. Sometimes my old ex-captain, Roddy Kentucky, drops by and shares a fine beverage, a little drinky drink with me.
Can I do anything?
Piles of magazines sit on the floor. These cartons of asbestos ceiling tiles were in a flood, so they're moldy and caked with dried sewage. You can't get closer to death in a box. Cartons of The bathroom is well stocked with growling lumberjack brand number 60 coarse grit toilet paper. The porcelain has that glazed look. Hey, just like you. And everything you eat for breakfast. Someone has also left a piece of jewelry here. You look closely in the mirror.
In this light, I can really see the blackheads. All right!
This toilet looks disgusting on the outside, but you have to look past the surface putrefaction and try to see its inner virulence. You know how dirty this floor is? It used to be purple. Buried under the usual skin mags are some real collector's items. One of them is juicy Japanese and Jewish. People should stay as far away from these boxes as possible, which is a shame because it's a tiny room and people have to use it all the time. People should stay. You're already well wiped. Thank God. You've got two choices, hot water or cold water.
Oh, I hate making decisions.
You can't open it. It just hangs there mocking you. Of course, you're used to things just hanging there mocking you. You grab an ancient copy of Flutter, the magazine of nude skydiving, and settle in to sit and think. You feel a great relief. What's that aroma? Carefully finishing your duties, you wipe and toss the newspaper behind the toilet for the next user. Lefty's restroom walls are filled with clever reading material, enough to keep you reading for a long, long time. Here's one. Who do I have to sleep with to get laid around here?
Your breath is your breath is bad.
Hey, dork, you got toilet paper stuck to your shoe. Ha ha ha.
How many dead teeth do you have in that mouth, anyway?
Sorry if this sounds a little squirrely, baby, but I'd like to store you in my cheek pouches for a snowy day.
Really? I'd like to crack your skull like a nut and bury your brains in the park.
Alrighty then!
Your generous offer of a beautiful rose nets you one raised eyebrow, nothing more. Apparently this person isn't into botany. That's either a moose or the world's biggest mutant jackalope. The whip-it-out suddenly approach has never worked for you, Larry. Not in any of the 40 or 50 times you tried it. You run your finger up and down her knee.
Excuse me. Did I tell you you could touch me?
You said it with your eyes.
Next time, get confirmation from my mouth first. Okay, loser.
Ooh, so there'll be a next time?
You inhale her scent.
I'm sorry to just blurt this out, but you smell absolutely incredible. It's as if your inner light is so serene and pure that your aura has its own sweet and almost hypnotic aroma.
I had tapioca for lunch.
Your breath is repugnant. Your breath is bad. That hit the spot. You know, you must be my only friend in the whole world. So I'm gonna give you my only possession, all I got in the world. Besides, what's a guy like me need with a coaster? I mean, what am I, high society?
Why look, some woman removed her diamond ring to wash her hands and forgot to take it with her. Score! You turn on the hot tap. Immediately, steam starts to chug from the spigot. Technically, steam is invisible. This is water vapor, but nobody likes a narrating smartass. You notice some writing in the mirror.
Ken sent me. That could be important. I'll have to remember it.
You grab a scrap of toilet paper and, cleverly chewing one of your fingernails to the quick, you scrawl the words "Ken sent me" in blood on the paper. You turn off the hot tap and the mist slowly clears. You start to wash your hands in the cold water. Then you realize that there's no soap. Then you realize that there are no paper towels. So you wash your hands as well as you can and wipe them on the back of your shirt, under your jacket where the wet spots won't show.
Your breath is repugnant. Your breath is bad.
You try.
How many dead teeth do you have in that mouth anyway?
You rap loudly on the Naugahyde door.
Yeah? What's the password?
You read off the strange password you discovered in the John.
Ken sent me?
Come on in.
Ah, you recognize this setup from a number of art films you've viewed. The gentleman before you is basically working the front desk. His employee is upstairs, waiting to provide quick expert services to a discriminating clientele.
Wow, man. Every time you open your mouth, it's like an angel dies.
Someone still has some unpacking to do. These are all copies of the Kama Sutra, the third collegiate edition. You can't believe all the crap Lefty collects. The old clattering teeth trick really breaks the ice at parties, especially if you party with a lot of 6-year-olds. It's the head of a cock. What? What did I say? Whoever shaved this pussy didn't finish the job. It's one of those tasteful calendars that the tool companies put out. This old TV is in sad shape. The on-off and channel dials are missing. How can you even turn it on? There's one of those old-fashioned TV remotes from back when they had fewer than 80 buttons. The kegs are apparently taking over the building. Lefties used to have bowls of free nuts at the bar, provided by These Nuts, TM, in exchange for promotional consideration. Note, the TM trademark symbol is a registered trademark of Trademark Registry, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Copyright Registered Trademarks, LLC. That's would-be recording artist and full-time pimp, Prodigious P. He seems to be looking at the TV with frustration. On a stand in the corner is the infamous butt bottle, introduced in 1972 by Lowbrow Beverage Company as packaging for their first flavored vodka. The less said about that vodka, the better. There's a cabinet filled with a wide variety of sex toys, no doubt for the use of customers. The cabinet appears to be locked tight with a combination lock. I wonder what the artist was getting at. You gingerly poke around in the pile, looking for something useful. To your great relief, you find nothing. You wind up the teeth. They immediately make a sad winding down sound and barely jiggle.
Rip off.
Since nobody seems to be using it, you glom the remote. There are no working controls on the TV set, and no good reason to take it. You're straight, Larry. You don't enjoy touching someone else's rooster. Don't touch it. You don't know what it's been. These days, carrying around one of these calendars will immediately peg you as a troglodyte. You're trying to keep that a secret. Butt bottles are highly collectible and very valuable, but since you don't know that, it's useless to you. Forget about it. The cabinet is locked. You have no current use for this painting, and we don't anticipate you finding any.
What's happening, man?
Just hanging out.
What's upstairs?
Nothing you'll ever get to see.
Why? What is it?
It's a woman, little man, and she's too much for you. You're not getting by me. Just put it out of your head.
Well, that just makes me want to go up there even more, right? Makes me want to figure out a way to get past you.
You're new at this, aren't you?
Let me up there.
Not as long as Prodigious P is standing here.
Let me up.
Step away, little man. You're not my girl's type.
What'd you let me in the room for, then?
I surround myself with socially inept people. It stems from a need to overcompensate for my deep-seated low self-esteem. Hey, look at that. It's like a man's penis, only a lot smaller.
You offer the coaster to Prodigious P, and he gives you a momentary look of disgust, as if to say, "Thank you for your generous offer, but I'm not in need of a coaster right now, little man. I wish there was something good on TV." You consider wearing the rose, but you decide not to chew a buttonhole in your lapel just for that. Don't toy with his affections. Bingo! You use the combination on the coaster to quietly unlock the cabinet. You dispose of the evidence by tossing the coaster behind the cabinet, where it's unlikely to be found for thousands of years.
I'll never forget that number. It's burned into my memory, I think. Wait, what was it? 4 something, right?
There's an impressive-looking vibrator or personal massager in the cabinet. Yes! Score 1 battery-operated, sleek, slightly sticky personal massager. You aim the remote at the TV and push the power button. Don't make me wistful. You wouldn't like me when I'm wistful. You've managed to turn on the TV. You've caught Prodigious P's attention, but he doesn't seem interested enough in the program to leave his post by the stairs. You aim the remote at the TV and push the channel button. Hey, don't touch your knob. We'll be back in 2 and 2. Another boring game show. Prodigious P doesn't seem interested enough in the program to leave his post by the stairs. You aim the remote at the TV and push the channel button.
What you are witnessing is real. The participants are not actors. They're actual litigants with a case pending in California Municipal Court.
Another boring, real-life white trash catfight show. Prodigious P doesn't seem interested enough in the program to leave his post by the stairs. You aim the remote at the TV and push the channel button.
And thank you for your support. You've been a brick through this whole thing.
Another boring commercial for wine coolers. Prodigious P doesn't seem interested enough in the program to leave his post by the stairs. You aim the remote at the TV and push the channel button.
What you talking about, Willis?
Another boring sitcom. Prodigious P doesn't seem interested enough in the program to leave his post by the stairs. You aim the remote at the TV and push the channel button.
Please have your pet spayed, neutered, or both, just to be safe.
Another boring appeal to common decency. Prodigious P doesn't seem interested enough in the program to leave his post by the stairs. You aim the remote at the TV and push the channel button.
I love this razor so much, I bought the company. And this railroad. And 2 United States senators.
Another boring infomercial. Prodigious P doesn't seem interested enough in the program to leave his post by the stairs. You aim the remote at the TV and push the channel button.
Yes! Yes! Pull it out a little deeper.
Huh?
All right. But this is wrong. For God's sakes, I am your accountant.
Then give it to me 32% harder.
It's a good thing that you did that, Larry. A very good thing. You sort of wished him into the porn field, didn't you? You carefully sneak the remote into Prodigious P's pocket, since you won't be needing it anymore. With Prodigious P presently preoccupied, you're able to proceed. This must be the place.
Just so you know, if you're into Peking duck play, I need 24 hours advance notice. That's the first breath I've smelled on any man since that video game players convention came through town. Ugh.
Why, it's the Grand Tetons, of course. This lamp is from the popular B. Arthur designer collection. The floor of the apartment is littered with remnants of food, sex, and other assorted vices. The underwear isn't edible, but it still looks chewed on. Now that's enthusiasm, or just nervous energy, or vermin. You can see a fire escape outside this window. Fire escape. You can see a box of Hershey's French Kisses sits on the table. Littered. The woman on the bed looks joyless, overweight, sallow, and kinda mean. She's either a hooker or a nun. Holy cow, she's a hot mess, without the heart.
How old are you anyway?
23.
Say, baby, do those breasts go all the way down?
You sweet talker.
Wow. Just wow. Her arms are her best feature. It's like she gets a lot of exercise or something.
Hey, I'm up here.
You stare deeply into the hooker's eyes and speak from the heart.
So, laying down on the job, eh?
Hey, in ballet and prostitution, they call this first position.
I still want to get to know you better. You must live a fascinating life.
Must I?
So, if you do this for a living all day, do you actually enjoy sex?
Yeah, it's great. It's terrific. You're the best I've ever had, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now, can we get this show on the road?
What do you say I take you away from all of this?
All of what?
You and I could run away together. I'm sure I can make you happy.
You want to make me happy? Do your business and get out. I've got fingernails that are overdue for a chewing.
I could take you on a trip around the world.
Sweetie, I do that 20 times a day.
Okay, forget running away together. You must meet a lot of interesting people.
I wouldn't know.
I guess that's all I wanted to know. What a fascinating life you must lead.
Must I?
So, I don't suppose the last customer left any time on his meter.
Sorry, hun. It don't work that way.
Are you running any specials today?
You missed this week's circular, honey. It's Teacher Appreciation Week. Half off for all our brave school teachers. You a school teacher?
Not really. I sell software.
Great. Another geek in the software industry. Hurry up, hun. After you and a couple other guys, it's time for a change of sheets.
Do you do double coupons? Or competitors' coupons? Or anything with coupons?
No. Too much paperwork. Come back next week when Katishu is here. I think she takes coupons.
Who?
Katishu.
Gesundheit. Do you offer a money-back guarantee?
I guarantee complete satisfaction. Once. If you want to be completely satisfied again, we can talk about a bulk discount.
Let's talk about something else.
Do we have to?
Let's get to know each other. I think it's important that we establish a rapport and really try to connect on an emotional level before we connect on a physical level. That should lead to greater satisfaction, don't you think?
Why are you still talking?
So, if you do this for a living all day, do you actually enjoy sex?
Yeah, it's great. It's terrific. You're the best I've ever had, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now, can we get this show on the road?
I guess that's all I wanted to know. What a fascinating life you must lead.
Must I?
Okay, I feel more comfortable with you now. So, let's get to it.
Forgive me if I'm not as enthusiastic as you are.
Your breath smells so clean and fresh.
Thank you. I have an air freshener on my necklace.
The scent of her hair reminds you of the great outdoors, specifically tumbleweeds.
Your arms smell really sweaty.
I use my patented pincer hold on my client's thorax. It's a lot of exertion.
Your skin smells like peaches and cream.
Yeah, I fell in the supermarket yesterday. Not much for foreplay, are you?
You know how you can push on an old apple skin and it bunches up and forms all these tiny ridges and wrinkles? Her skin does that too. You start to run your fingers through the hooker's hair.
Stop that. Affectionate touching is $25 extra.
You can't do anything with that face.
Water sports is extra. Don't be shoving that thing in my face. What am I, a hooker? Oh, right. None of that. I end up with this unsightly rash around my neck.
Ooh, tell me more.
She already tried wearing one of those. It didn't help much. You have nothing appropriate for the hooker's mighty arms.
That's the first breath I've smelled on any man since that video game players convention came through town. Ugh.
You start to pick up the candy.
What are you doing with that?
I'm sorry. Did you want it?
Sure, I wanted it. That's my candy.
Are you sure? It might help me find true love.
Well, I am a sucker for true love. Sure, what the heck. Take it. Take it and go find yourself some true love.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mazel tov.
You strip off your jacket. You strip off the rest of your clothes. You have nothing left to take off. You hop into bed with the hooker.
Ooh. Yes! Yes! Nope.
Although successful, you feel less than satisfied. Technically speaking, you're no longer a virgin, but for some reason the thrill just wasn't there. You vow to continue your quest until you please your heart, not just your other organs.
Hands off! You're just mad because you can't have more of these.
You put all your clothes back on.
Hands off! You're just mad because you can't have more of these.
Judging from the cigarette butts, the hooker and thousands of her anonymous partners have been smoking after sex.
That might not be healthy.
You open the window and climb out onto the fire escape. This is either your typical industrial dumpster or a repurposed photomat. There's a window down below. Some sort of pill bottle is visible behind it. It's a garden variety fire escape, for those of you with fire escapes in your gardens. You yank on the fire escape for a moment. Such simple pleasures. Say, you might have a new career in dumpster diving.
Hey, look at this!
You pop up with one perfectly good hammer with just a little bit of mystery goo on the handle. It would take a tornado to knock down this fence, and the tornadoes are all busy harassing trailer parks. You rummage around in the dumpster, but you don't see anything valuable aside from some cocktail shrimp that might still be edible.
That's good shrimp.
You poke through the garbage cans looking for anything that could help you get the girls.
Look! It's a can of the same breath spray I use, and it's full. Why would anyone throw out a full container of breath spray? Doesn't make sense.
You throw out your existing half-empty can and replace it with the full one from the garbage. 'Cause hey, free breath spray. Absolutely nothing you have goes on or in or over or under or through this fence. Suddenly, you feel an uncomfortable twinge. The twinge grows into a pang. The pang grows into a pain in the wang. Then there's this slightly bursting and dying sensation. Didn't your mother ever teach you not to go out in the rain without wearing your lubbers? The lady upstairs is a human petri dish.
He's alive! Alive!
Apples! Apples! Apples for sale! Get your fresh apples here, only $1.
You know, most guys look kind of shapeless and dumpy in a barrel, but this guy really carries it off.
Apple? Just $1.
I'll call you. Hey, mister! I presume it's mister. I can't see under your barrel.
The name's Tim. Tim Tibbetts. And you are?
Larry? Larry Laffer?
What's your question, Larry?
Well, I see you're wearing a barrel, and I figure this can only mean one thing. You're going to go over Niagara Falls.
Interesting.
Furthermore, since Lost Wages is near the West Coast and Niagara Falls is near the East Coast and you're already in the barrel, you must be super wealthy. They'll never let you on a commercial airliner dressed that way.
Your mind works in strange and mysterious ways, Larry. Actually, I'm broke. That's why I'm dressed this way. Wanna buy an apple?
Let me think about it. It would be kind of cool to buy an apple from a really rich guy.
Don't do it, Larry. Too late. The toilet begins to fill. Realizing your mistake, you quickly jiggle the handle, attempting to stem the onrushing tide of water. As the water reaches your head, your life flushes before your eyes. You doze briefly. Turns out, a flush beats everything. Sometimes good manners are a bad idea, eh, Larry? A sense of foreboding washes over your heart when your eyes slowly examine this dark alley. It seems to be just outside every public area in Lost Wages.
Ow! No! Oh! 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 No!
Larry, didn't your mother ever warn you about going into dark alleys? The pussy is avoiding you. Sound familiar?
Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
The cat ignores you, choosing to go about licking itself, looking cynical and being alert for food.
Aw, it thinks it's people from LA.
You'll have to get closer.
Here's $1. I'll take an apple.
Thank you, sir. Here you go.
Taxi!
Hey, Mac, where you headed?
Hey, you got vodka? Let me have a sip of that.
That's delicious. Hey, thanks for the drinky drink.
Uh-oh, Larry. Let that be a lesson to you, Larry. The cabbies in this town are notorious drunks. Never enter a cab carrying anything that's obviously alcohol. Bear likes you. How nice. You slam down the shot of cheap booze, then with a flourish, break the glass on the floor. Pretty dramatic, huh?
Taxi!
Whew! You got Pekingese written all over you. Hey, how come you're always alone when you get in my cab?
Just drive.
Meter says 23 bucks. Pay up. Thanks, kid.
Carefully studying the dim outline of a now missing star on the Walk of Shame, you realize, like you, it leaves a faint impression. You look at the Walk of Shame star set into the sidewalk.
Tim Seaholm. Hey, that's a Swedish name. I think it means he who sits alone at parties.
You look at the name on the Walk of Shame star.
Gary Gann. Huh, what kind of crazy parent purposely gives his kid an alliterative name?
You read the name off the Walk of Shame star.
Chris Chino Sahara Yim. Chino Sahara? What the hell is that about? I already love this guy. In fact, I love anybody with enough disposable income to buy one of these stars. Why, somebody that wealthy could buy me a new Vespa if they wanted, without even thinking about it.
That was super subtle, Larry. With the thought that so many celebrities have stood where you're standing now, you get a little chill running up and down your spine.
It makes me feel like my mediocrity is almost touching their mediocrity.
You look at the Walk of Shame star set into the sidewalk.
Leroy Pop Pop Kelly. How can you not love somebody with the nickname Pop Pop? Besides, it's kind of a waste of money, isn't it? The guy says, see, I bought this star in honor of my grandfather, Leroy Pop Pop Kelly. And his friends will say, how do we know? It could be named after any of the other 4 million Leroy Pop Pop Kellys.
That's Nama, the demon goddess of prostitution. Or possibly the sculptor's ex-wife. It's a taxi call box. These gorgeous, exotic West Polynesian dong catchers are thriving in the desert heat. It's nice to know something is thriving around here. Caesar's phallus was erected in 1964 and is a long-standing member of the Chamber of Commerce. It makes massive endowments to local charities, and it's always jumping with excitement. Through the years, it has helped provide a livelihood for hundreds of call girls. When the phallus was built, this entrance was much smaller, but they quickly chopped off the front. It's much easier to keep clean this way.
I think I smell a wolf pack, and one of them is nearing death.
It's one of the casino's infamous blackjack terminals, where we guarantee the odds are you'll have a great time. That's one of those newfangled electronic slot machines, also called a no-armed bandit.
Oh my God! I think I'm in love. Hey, baby. Are you from the Caribbean?
No, why?
'Cause Jamaican me crazy.
Oh, that's cute. How you made a pun using the name of a country. Let me see if I can do that. Your attempt to pick me up is rail pathetic. It makes me think you don't have a Bahrain in your head.
That's, pretty good.
Now leave me alone, turkey.
Wow! As the kids say these days, hubba hubba and bubba ba boom!
Larry, wipe your chin. You're drooling again.
So, hiya, baby. I hope you own a black cat, because I'd like to get familiar with you.
Wow! I've never heard that one before. That is really cool!
Thank you. Then let's blow this pop stand and take this party downside.
I can't. The Lost Wages basketball team is coming over later, and I promised I'd do them first. Maybe some other time. You're cute in a really Patsy Weber kind of way.
Oh! You mean Anson Williams?
Who's that?
The guy who plays Patsy Weber?
What do you mean, plays?
You really can pick 'em, can't you, Larry?
Ah! He's obviously a tourist. Look how he's dressed. So schlumpy and out of place. Any luck on that machine?
Yes. All bad. If I wasn't on the casino's board of directors, I probably wouldn't even bother playing.
I wonder what bingo parlor she wandered out of. Hello, ma'am. How are the slots treating you today?
Get bent, loser.
Excuse me, did I say something to offend you?
Cram it.
Am I disturbing your rhythm or something?
Yes. And your breath smells like a sea urchin died in your mouth, and you tried to cover up the rotten stink with lemon pledge.
You're fun.
Larry, that could be you in 20 years, or much, much sooner.
You don't look like you're having much fun. I know. I should go back to my regular job. What's your regular job? I sell software. I'm just in lost wages to try to find true love. Tell me about it. I just did. Oh man, that hair is so 70s. So, like, are you some sort of counterculture type? Rebelling against injustice by symbolically giving the man the finger with your freakish hairstyle?
Nah, I just like pissing off my mom.
Now that's a fancy elevator. It looks sleek and brand new. It's some sort of laminated piece of paper.
Only important things get laminated.
You take the piece of paper. Welcome to Chef Jeff's American Tavern Bar and Grill with the all-day, all-night buffet. TV chef Jeff Hillary's First Lost Wages restaurant features many of the signature dishes from his popular program. Kapwing! More onion powder! But oh no! Somebody has spilled 12 globs of food that aren't from the buffet! Can you find all the poorly hidden globs of extra food? These lightly sautéed ragweed sprouts in a light lemon and histamine dressing will bring tears to your eyes and nose. This is just a virulent bin of last week's house-made mac and hollandaise, separating and clumping and curdling as we speak. Somebody's made off with the bacon bits, the croutons, and the little extruded sesame poops, leaving empty holes in the buffet. These ingredients don't seem to want to have anything to do with each other. Whatever this is, it didn't come from any of the bins. This must be from far, far away. Look at what the cat dragged in. This looks suspicious. Can you get some of this to go? Far, far away? It's a recipe stolen from Wolfgang Schmuck, oven-roasted ginger with Mary Ann. It's good old Jewish-American cuisine, buffalo chicken soup. Nobody knows what's really under that deep-fried batter, but if you ask them in the kitchen, they'll say, "You mean the anchovy nuts?" and burst into uncontrollable laughter. Whatever this is, it should be hidden in the car air conditioning duct of someone you don't like. As there are a lot of gamblers here from the Mideast, it's not unusual to see a warming tray of awful falafel waffle a la Allah. As there are a lot of gamblers... What's this doing here? It's one of those hot sauce bottles with a catchy name that dares you to use it. This squeeze bottle is designed to hold just enough mustard to make a loud farting sound whenever it's squeezed. This draws disgusted stares and discourages repeat use. It's a squeeze bottle with ketchup and water in a 3-to-7 ratio. This ain't from around here, is it? This doesn't look like anything else for miles around it. This is one of the most popular dishes in Lost Wages, roasted lamb skank in a tart sauce. This rich, gluey dish is paste of yesterday's root vegetables. It's some sort of pungent mystery goo. It's an example of fusion cuisine, miso-sari. It's just a bin of factory-dried and flaked jicama that was reconstituted, extruded, puzzled over, and finally chucked in a saucepan with some leftover fish broth. This doesn't match the food around it. This tray of Newman y Alfredo has been sitting here for 50 years. What, you're worried? It's a bin of hearty, stick-to-your-teeth, steel-cut goat meal. It's the restaurant's special experiment of the day, chef's regrets. The buffet features that popular appetizer from the 60s, liver in a blanket. It's a bin of quinoa, just quinoa.
Ugh, no, anything but that.
It's one of Imriel Lagasse's recipes, okra mucus and aspic. Whatever it is, it's got that milky, opaque look of semi-liquid scallops, only with a yellowish skin on it. Congratulations! You found a sample of Chicago-style food. A 5-inch thick blob of underbaked pizza crust with bratwurst oil dribbled all over it. Congratulations! You found a sample of American Chinese food, mugu nafsed. Congratulations! You found a sample of good old American Midwest cuisine, molten urinal cake. Congratulations! You found a sample of cozy Maine cuisine, Old Chum. Congratulations! You found a sample of Northeastern cuisine, New England clam chunder. Congratulations! You found a sample of American Southern cooking, roadkill in a dishwasher. Congratulations! You found a sample of the politically correct vegan's delight, locally discarded kimchi. Congratulations! You found a sample of Nolan's Fare, fried green lunch meat. Congratulations! You found a sample of great traditional French food, crème brûlée. Congratulations! You found a sample of nouvelle cuisine, deconstructed glop. Congratulations! You found a sample of lutefisk. Congratulations! You found a sample of modernist cuisine, toast-filled ravioli on buttermilk froth. Congratulations! You win the Leisure Suit Larry Disgusting Buffet Hidden Object Game. You get a bottle of hot sauce. The diver holds her nose and points to your mouth. Wow, Larry, your bad breath is even penetrating the aquarium walls. There's a tank of helium, presumably for the balloons. You score the tank of helium. You step into the elevator and look at the fine selection of floors. There's some discarded clothing in the bushes. It looks like a pair of workman's coveralls.
Maybe the West Polynesian dong catcher ate them.
You take the coveralls out of the bushes. Jeez, it's good to be back on solid ground.
You've been smoking a Slim Jim or something?
You're a stinky breath today.
Taxi!
What the hell have you been eating? Rotten corpse with 40 cloves of garlic? You again? Oh, Sal and Dispatch must be playing a nasty trick on me. Lucky 21, pal. Fork it over. Thanks, kid.
You look at the Walk of Shame star set into the sidewalk.
Martin Van Zwienen? Hey, wait a minute. Van Zwienen? Isn't that Dutch for resulting from an unholy experiment?
You look at the Walk of Shame star set into the sidewalk.
Serena Nelson. Serena Nelson? I had the worst crush on a Serena Nelson in school. She used to eat paste, and she'd eat bugs if you dared her. I remember thinking, Serena is the most wickedly awesome woman in this whole adult ed class.
You read the name off the Walk of Shame star.
Britton Matthews. Britton, I don't know who you are, but I'm betting there's a good reason they've stuck you behind this light pole, where you're hard to see.
You look at the Walk of Shame star set into the sidewalk.
Aaron Odin Jensen. What an awesome name! It evokes such ancient strength and majesty. You know, like Abe Vigoda or Beelzebub.
You look at the Walk of Shame star set into the sidewalk.
Jeroen Dekkers. Wait a minute. That's another Dutch name, isn't it? What the hell? I hope I'm not in one of those rough Dutch neighborhoods.
It's a fire plug.
You said plug.
You peer down the storm drain. All you can see is a key. You reach between the bars of the storm grate and fish out the key. It turns out to be a door key from some other company's adventure game, so you toss it back. It's a payphone.
They'll never get rid of those.
It's a taxi call box. This art gallery has been closed ever since they displayed that naked Charlie Manson urinating on Mohammed painting.
Yeah, was that controversial or something?
This window has seen 'em come and seen 'em go. Your own street lamp seems inadequate by comparison. Just in case you missed it, this place is called the Come and Go. Come and Go is just the latest name for this depressed corner store. It used to be the Snatch and Run, and before that it was Eaten Out. The criminals in town fondly refer to it as the Smash and Grab. You can't do much with the hole in the building other than walk in or out of it. That's the wrong way to shoplift. It's odd how you keep letting him do that. That's a big hole in the building. The sidewalk crumbles a bit under your touch.
Hey, this is styrofoam.
Welcome to the Come and Go. Next time, please don't come in stinking of dog urine. Never in my life do I hope to smell anything again as vile as your present exhalations.
Look at the great articles in this issue of Biggins. Here's one about how to break into the windows of apartment buildings. Here's another about how to make your own perfume. This could be a valuable issue. You take the Biggins, the most interesting magazine of the bunch.
Here's a tip. You can always tell a fine wine by the picture on the box. If it shows wet grapes, it's the good stuff. Hearty Steen wine. I don't like it as much as Napa Valley Outhouse, but it is ebullient and syrupy.
You lift the floor mat, but there's nothing underneath except floor mat droppings. They carry condoms here, but they must be kept behind the counter.
Let us be discreet about this. I understand you are interested in our birth control devices.
Yes, I'd like one of your finest prophylaxatives.
We have all manner of lovers for your stooping pleasure. What sort of lover are you preferring? What length would you like? What girth are you requiring? What texture would you like? What faux finish would you like? What excess capacity do you require? What sort of lubrication would you like? What sort of scent would you like? Certainly, sir. There you go.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody! This perv just bought a sheepskin, standard small, banana girth, dimpled, semi-gloss, loving spoonful capacity, spermicidal, musk-scented lubber.
What a pervert!
Thank you. Now please leave. There is no loitering. Welcome to the come and go. Please keep your hands where I can see them. Never in my life do I hope to smell anything again as vile as your present exhalations.
The ground animal tubes sweat profusely as they spin in their graves. The rack contains a selection of popular candies, such as Wertner's highly questionable lentil toffee, Crunch and Scream dental chew, Carnage Patch Kids, and Lick-O-Made inappropriately named dipping candy. He's a clerk at a convenience store, and he has the scars to prove it. They have all the most popular cigarette brands here, like Unlucky Stroke, Pallbearer, and Lab Rat's favorite.
12 security cameras? This place must be really safe.
12? We had 14 yesterday.
I like my beer like I like my women. Cheap, cold, and bitter.
The Come & Go's checkout system automatically adds a 15% restocking charge to all purchases.
Well, after you buy something, we do have to stock a new one.
A battered microwave sits on the counter. And we do mean battered. This thing has heated up so many corn dogs, the inside is permanently cemented with a coating of batter. This is the Come & Go, where value came and went. Fast food prices are posted here. None of what's listed interests you right now, although you might come back someday and try the all-you-can-survive poutine bowl. This floor mat is especially designed to absorb dirt, water, coffee, creamer, cheese-flavored mucilage, slushy syrup, and money. Wow, even the Come & Go has its own slot machine. It's Cano Chum, the meat and vegetable paste with 1,001 uses. Extruded at high speed for extra flavor. The shelves below are stocked with a variety of other canned household staples, such as crushed and heartbroken tomatoes, emasculated milk, and heavy syrup with peach bitlets. Something about this arcade game just rubs you the wrong way. You can't do anything with this machine. It seems to be stuck in permanent demo mode. Look, it's your favorite brand of breath spray, along with other exciting trial-sized hygiene products. Holy cow! They have Boxo stuff! It's stuffing mix and breakfast cereal all in one.
The commercial says it's part of a balanced illness.
You browse through some of the other magazines, but none of them are as intriguing as the one you've taken.
Hey! Nice rack. And the bosoms on the magazine models are nice too.
This display is filled with beef jerky, beef logs, beef nuggets, beef chips, beef butt plugs, beef magic markers, and beef-flavored 2-hour energy drink.
They say someday there'll be 3-hour energy drinks. Or even 4.
This area has a coffee pot, cups, stirrers, and other paraphernalia of the caffeine junkie. Besides an assortment of dairy products and snacks, the refrigerator case has many brand-name sodas, including Pepsi Minus, Boffs, and Sierra Mist. There are all kinds of salty snacks and dips in this display, like Mr. Crunchy's Salt and Sodium Pretzel Crumbs, Peckeridge Farms flavor-deprived Goldfinches, and something called Spicy Brown Poupon.
Welcome to the Come & Go. We only carry up to $20,000 cash in the safe. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that. Never in my life do I hope to smell anything again as vile as your present exhalations. We are open 24 hours for all your unsavory needs.
You recall your father's advice. Full moon by day, girls stay away. Full moon by night, women take flight. So you're out of luck either way.
Full moon by day? Wait a minute.
It's a lovely evening, partly cloudy with highs in the mid-70s. And there were a lot of highs in the mid-70s. There's a building back there, clastening up the alley. That road is for the use of horseless carriages.
I can't help it. I like how people always talk to me when I go places smelling this way.
Come and go.
Whoa, smells like a dog peed on a skunk.
The criminals. You give the bum the once-over.
You poor guy. I know what it means to have no dignity at all.
Yeah, you kinda radiate that.
Do you need any help?
Well, yeah. My name's Roddy Kontiki.
You don't need help. That's a great name.
Anyway, I'm in a 12-step program. I try never to be more than 12 steps from a liquor store. Like that? I made that up. Anyway, nobody'll sell me anything anymore, if you know what I mean. So if you happen to come across any semi-fine fermented beverages, I'd reward any generosity you'd care to show.
Okay. I'll remember that, Mr. Kontiki.
You will? Huh. I didn't give you enough credit. Oh, look. Harvey Steen wine. You shouldn't have. Thanks for thinking of me.
You're more than welcome.
Syrupy. And reminiscent of a Manischewitz Cream Red Concord. I think I'll share this with my friend Chris. Maybe you know the guy. Kinda this tall, about this wide, brownish hair.
I don't think I know him.
Used to be a cabin boy. Lives next to the toilet in Lefty's.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, here's a thank you from me to you. One of my prized possessions that I don't want. A genuine French army knife.
Wow, thanks!
I wouldn't count on it in a fight, if you know what I mean. Thanks again.
It's that damn fountain in front of Caesar's phallus. The dog just keeps on drinking and pooping out the coins.
Your breath is like sewage. Just saying.
It's a fire plug.
You said plug. I could be that big and muscle-bound if I wanted to. I just don't want to is all. Now that's taste.
It's a taxi call box. It's a light pole with Peyronie's disease. And if you don't already know what that is, you don't want to know.
This club looks like a really swinging place. How's about letting me in?
Show me your pass.
I'm not sure I have one.
Nobody gets in without a pass. Those are the rules. Move along. Don't make me tell you again. Thank you for leaving.
The bouncer takes the pass and scrutinizes it as closely as his overhanging brow will let him.
You're Rabbi Cornswig?
Of course.
Okay. Welcome to Club 69.
Thank you. Shalom.
Right this way.
The music in here is loud enough to kill the herpes. The crowd in back is an impenetrable mass of throbbing humanity, but the vibe up front is casual and inviting.
Oh, man. Something just made my eyes start burning. Is there a dead dog in here or something?
Adam, you smell that man's breath? Never, ever have breath like that. Ever.
If I do you promise to shoot me?
I'll have to, won't I?
You resist the disco floor's hypnotic call. Come, dance on me. Make a fool of yourself for our entertainment pleasure. Holy moly! There's enough champagne here to drown your roommate accidentally and pin it on this other guy who's leaving town anyway.
Hubba, hubba.
She melts in your mouth, not in your glands. This young lady looks absolutely delicious. This guy is the definition of living la vida loca. He's got the sexiest babes, the greatest moves, the hottest fashions, everything.
Hey, dude, your narrator's got taste.
She's yummy looking. This sweet young thing certainly seems to be enjoying herself. What a gorgeous mirror ball! You read recently about a rap singer who got a couple of those. Yes, Larry, she's stunning, but stop gaping at her and close your mouth. What, were you born in a barnasium? Is it just you, or is there a guy in that cage trying to escape?
Hey, baby, you've sure got the moves.
Nobody back there can hear you whining from here.
I'm Larry. What's your name, honey?
Cadbury.
Hiya, baby. I'm Larry, and you're stunning.
I'm Mary Jane. Thank you, Larry. You're quite a sight as well.
I'm Larry. Larry Laffer.
I'm Adam, and these are my ladies. Taffy, Ruth, Mary Jane, Cadbury, Porcelana, and hey, we're Porcelana and Figurine.
They went to the bathroom.
Hi, I'm Larry.
I'm Ruth. You can call me Baby.
Hi, I'm Taffy.
You certainly are. I could chew on you for hours. What are you doing?
My name is Jack Oskey. If I don't get out alive, tell my family I love them.
Pardon me for saying, but you have a lovely figure.
I saw you looking at my breasts. That's okay. It's only natural. Besides, I'm proud of them. I'll stack them up against anybody else's.
Oh man, fun! So, what's your name, beautiful?
Fawn.
Somehow you knew that.
I'd really like to get to know you better, Fawn. Just what kind of girl are you?
I'm just a girl who can't say no.
All right, Larry, this is what you've been waiting for.
To nice presents.
Oops.
How about we get out there on the dance floor, fool around a little, and we could dance some too.
I'm not sure, Larry. You see, I like a particular kind of man, and I don't know if you're the particular kind of man who ends up getting a particular kind of woman like me.
I'm not sure I follow you.
Ooh, she's resisting gently. It's a come on. Keep going, Larry. If anybody can screw this up, you can.
What if I take you away from here, Fawn, to someplace quiet? We could go to my place.
Assuming you had a place.
That sounds fun. Just as long as you're not cheap. I prefer men with means.
Means? What kind of means?
I like what any woman likes, Larry. I like flowers, I like sweets, I like jewelry. Can you get me those things, Larry? Can you get me everything I need to feel luxurious and free and totally ready to give you everything you've always dreamed of?
Everything?
And more. You see, I'll do anything for the right man, Larry. Anything. Are you the right man, Larry? Are you going to be the right man for me tonight?
Oh my.
She certainly has you standing at attention. Could Fawn be the one, Larry? Your one-way ticket to fulfillment?
Okay, baby. I'll be back soon with presents.
Oh, Larry, I just love diamonds. Oh, Larry, I just love roses. Oh, Larry, I just love candy. Oh, Larry, I just love your presents. Dance with me, you adorable fool.
And the crowd goes wild.
Larry, that was incredible. I've never done that with a man before. It was so exhilarating. Are you as turned on as I am?
Always.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I hope.
Then my answer is yes. Oh, God, yes! Yes, Larry, I will.
You will what?
Why, marry you, of course. After all, I could never be with a man who wasn't my husband. Only if we were together in the eyes of the entire world could I really give myself to you completely, utterly, heart, soul, and body. I'll also need $200 to reserve the honeymoon suite at Caesar's Palace. I'll wait for you here. Once you've got the money, we'll rush over to the wedding ready. And at long last, we can be husband and wife.
Holy cow, Larry. It looks like your dreams are about to come true.
Enjoy your evening, sir or madam.
He's overcome with sorrow at your departure. He's not saying it in words so much, but you can really tell from his expression.
Welcome to the Come and Go. Let us cater your next trip across state lines. Never in my life do I hope to smell anything again as vile as your present exhalations.
Your breath is like sewage. Just saying. Pass, please.
The bouncer takes the pass and scrutinizes it as closely as his overhanging brow will let him.
You're Rabbi Cornswig?
Of course.
Okay. Welcome to Club 69.
Thank you. Shalom.
Right this way.
You give Fawn your wallet.
All right. $200. Thank you, my sweet. I'm going to the casino right now to reserve the honeymoon suite at Caesars. Then I'll meet you at the wedding ready next to the casino. Don't be late, my love.
Fawn hands you back your wallet, $200 lighter, and rushes off. Congratulations, Larry. You're one step closer to connubial bliss.
Enjoy your evening, sir or madam.
Taxi!
What the hell have you been eating? Rotten corpse with 40 cloves of garlic? Where am I taking you now? Meter says 23 bucks. Pay up. Thanks, kid.
Jeez, son. Would you mind passing gas or something just to cover up your breath?
You're not going to win any prizes this way. Papers, cans, and even the occasional syringe give the curb a warm, welcoming feel. You look down at the Walk of Shame star and read the name.
It just says int. What the hell is int?
We don't know, but he paid for his Walk of Shame star, so the Lost Wages Chamber of Commerce gave it to him.
How do you know it's a him?
Look out there. You see any women with the rotten taste to play this game? You look at the Walk of Shame star set into the sidewalk.
Leroy Pop Pop Kelly. How can you not love somebody with the nickname Pop Pop? Besides, it's kind of a waste of money, isn't it? The guy says, see, I bought this star in honor of my grandfather, Leroy Pop Pop Kelly. And his friends will say, how do we know? It could be named after any of the other 4 million Leroy Pop Pop Kellys.
A man in a trench coat stands quietly nearby.
Hey, pal. Come on over here a second.
What you doing?
Just hanging out.
You look at the name on the Walk of Shame star.
Darren Takaki. Hey, I've been accused of being Takaki for my own good.
You read the name off the Walk of Shame star.
Richard E. Cleary Jr. There's a guy who really knows how to impress his friends with the amazing things he's bought. Now, if he could only figure out how to buy some friends.
You look at the Walk of Shame star set into the sidewalk.
Greg Wilson. I wonder what that extra G is for. Gas? Gravity? Grams? General audiences? Oh, wait! I know! Grandiose!
The chapel is cool and placid inside. The lilting classical music and softly flickering candles give the room an air of serene, peaceful redundancy. In fact, it absolutely stinks of tranquility in here. Fawn is standing at the ready at the end of the room. Next to her is a man dressed like some sort of clergyman.
Larry, we're all ready for you. We do have one little thing to take care of, though. It's $100 for the marriage certificate, the ceremony, and the decorations.
The decorations are extra?
If you're too cheap to spring for them, I'll just take them down.
Larry, no decorations?
No, leave them up. I'll take care of it.
Of course you will, Larry. After all, how often does a man who isn't Larry King get married?
I really wish you would have showered, Larry. Did you ruin something out there? You do realize that your breath could fell a buffalo, don't you?
Fawn's expression seems to be a mixture of impatience and boredom.
Is that what breathless anticipation looks like?
The minister is none other than Jimmy Ted Braggart himself, direct from his megachurch to your marriage ceremony, with brief stops at the debtor's prison, the William Morris Agency, and a liquor store. He appears to be having a little trouble with the floor's persistent steadiness.
Let's get this thing rolling, Larry.
Absolutely, my love.
It'll be $100 in cash, please. And I don't take inflatable love dolls.
What?
Hot dog. Now we're ready to knock this thing out.
Finally.
You all settle into basic position. A hush falls over the players at home.
Barely beloved. Sorry, let me restart that. Merely beloved.
Jim?
Sorry, sweetie. You know how I get. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to join this man and this woman. Blah, 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 blah. Do you, Lance Lassiter, take this woman?
It's Larry? Larry Laffer?
I thought you said...
Just go.
Do you, Larry Laffer, take this woman? Blah, blah. Sickness and hell forsaken and the rest.
I do.
Do you, Fawn Forschwanger?
Forschwanger?
Take this man to be your blah, 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 honor and comfort and bail?
Right. I mean, I do.
You've got the ring.
I have to have another ring?
No. I've already got the ring. Keep this thing moving.
Then by the power invested in me, Jimmy Ted hereby declares you done and done. Congratulations. Pleasure doing business with you. I'm headed down to the wine cellar. It's inventory time again. Employees only. I'm sure y'all understand.
Fawn throws her arms around you and almost kisses you.
Oh, Larry. Isn't it romantic?
What's she talking about? Did something romantic happen here by mistake?
I'll meet you at the honeymoon suite, Larry. Ready to give you my all, my everything, my very soul. Don't keep me waiting. I can't wait to take advantage of you.
She's not done with that yet? Well, congratulations, Larry. You're a married man. Time to get over to the honeymoon suite and hang a sign on the door. Gone consummatin'. It must be the honeymoon suite.
Is that you, Larry? Larry.
It sure is, baby.
Come on in. I'm ready for you.
You walk into the honeymoon suite. Your blushing bride is waiting for you.
Hello, Larry. You're here at last. Forgive me if I'm a little shy. I've never been with a man who meant so very, very much to me.
Excellent!
Larry, your breath is making it harder for me to love.
This is from artist Mark Chaburka's Horn Dog series. It's imaginatively entitled Number 4 in Horn Dog series. It's one of those replica old-timey radios. The heart-shaped bed was invented by Dr. Christopher Hong in 1928, with the assistance of his conjoined twin, Mongo. There's a box of tissues on the counter. This was back before they were impregnated with aloe or lotion, when a tissue wasn't afraid to be a tissue. Is it a coincidence that this cactus is an angiosperm? This 1965 Cat McMullen sculpture is entitled, "I Told You I Didn't Want to Try That Tonight." Coincidentally, this mirror is displaying number 5 in Horn Dog series. Look, you can see the Lost Wages Mall from up here. It's got over 40 great shops and boutiques, including Goin' Postal, Urban Counterfeiters, Ear Infection Pagoda, Poetry Barn, Old Naval, and Things Remaindered. Fawn is watching you expectantly.
Larry, we're married now. No more talk. No more dancing. It's time for you and me to consummate. I just need some music or something. You know? Let's make the mood even more perfect.
Technically, that's not possible.
Shut up! I mean, don't be that way, oopsie poopsie.
We'll be back to our commercial-free 4-hour Barbra Streisand marathon after this commercial message.
I don't understand that.
How many times has this happened to you? You've just gotten married, and you forgot to get the perfect bottle of wine for your honeymoon. Don't ask the hotel to send up their finest bottle of rotten, overpriced garbage. Don't settle for trashy boxed wine they sell at the convenience store. The taxi driver will probably drink it all and you'll end up in a fiery crash. Don't let that happen to you. Call Snappy Liquors. We deliver anywhere, anytime in 5 minutes or less. How do we do it?
That's what I'd like to know.
Simple. We buy in bulk and pass the savings on to you.
That doesn't answer the question.
So call now, 555-8039. That's 555-8039. Liquor quick with Snappy Liquors. And now, back to more Barbara.
Fawn turns off the radio.
I thought you wanted music.
Larry, wine would be even better than music. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. Go order us some of that wine, Larry. Please? It'll make everything absolutely perfect for our, connubial joining.
That's so romantic. Right away, dearest. Taxi!
Where to? Meter says $23. Pay up. Thanks, kid.
You pick up the phone, and to your delight, you get a dial tone. This thing must be set to free play.
Hello, Snappy Liquor Delivery. We deliver liquor in a snapper.
Yes, I just heard your ad on the radio, and I'd like to purchase some fine wine.
Where do you want it delivered?
The honeymoon suite at Caesar's Palace, please, and step on it.
All of our fine wines have been stepped on, sir. That's why they're fine.
Oh, very sophisticated.
And your order has been processed. We'll send one of our hottest young men immediately. Thanks for calling.
What did he mean, hottest? Taxi!
Where you going? I'm gonna need, 24 bucks, bud. Thanks, kid.
Come on in. I'm ready for you. Oh, Larry, it's you. I thought it was that cute young delivery boy again.
What does she mean by that? Oh well, you decide to let it pass. After all, this is your wedding night.
Ah! For you.
Enchanté.
Here's to us.
Here's to you, Larry.
All right, Larry. The stars have aligned. Love is all around. Life's sweetest reward. The sun is gonna surely shine. Now use those 3 words every young woman in love longs to hear.
How about now?
Yes, Larry. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for.
Goody!
Are you relaxed, my love?
Yes!
Are you ready for me?
Yes! Oh, yes!
Then, let's get ready to rumble! Come on, man, doesn't bend that way. Get out of the way. You're a slippery little thing, aren't you?
What happened?
Whew. That was great for me. How was it for you?
Is that it?
That's it. Thanks for everything, Lance.
It's Larry.
Thanks for the ring, the candy, the money, the this, the that, the contents of your wallet. You did forget to pay me for the wine.
Oh.
I left you a few bucks. I'm not totally heartless. Just mostly. And thanks for the wine, and oops, you got me monologuing. See you later, sucker.
Fawn, sweetheart?
A lesser man would be torn to shreds by this turn of events. But not you, Larry. You've got optimism. You've got resilience. You've got to find a way out of here. Very clever, Larry. You managed to work your knife out of your pants and use it to slice the bungees until... Well done, Larry. You're free. You quickly dress. Now you're feeling ready to go back out and conquer the world. Again. The cheap knife broke in the process, so you dispose of it as any responsible gamer would do. You dispose of the cord you cut through and save the other 3 for some sort of demented shenanigans. This was painted by Colin Merlot, a really lousy cubist. This was painted by famed artist Heather Hutchinson during her "You're just jealous 'cause I've got these" phase. This was painted by famed artist Dakin Moriarty, late in his second obsessed with butts phase. This was painted by well-known Sicilian artist Joseph Parisi. It's entitled, I Just Saw This Outside My Office Window. Damn. There's a hotel phone on the wall. This service phone only reaches numbers inside the hotel, and there's nobody here that you need to call.
Private. I like where this is going.
There's no answer and the door is locked. The key fits in the lock. You turn the bolt and the door easily opens. See how that works there? You walk through a maze of twisty little passages, all alike, until finally you walk through an archway and into...
Holy guacamole!
With the humidity at about 150%, your leisure suit immediately wilts sadly. A feeling not wholly unfamiliar to you.
Au contraire, Pierre. The humidity will make my suit cling to my body and show off my physique.
An incredibly sexy woman, the hotel's mermaid, stands by the edge of the pool. She stands before you, totally unself-conscious of her near nakedness. That's encouraging.
Yes? Who are you? What are you doing here? And how did you get in? This is a restricted area.
Me? I'm Larry. Larry Laffer. I found a key that fits this door. That's kind of what I do.
Wow, points for boldness then, Mr. Laffer.
Call me Larry.
Okay, Larry. I'm Jasmine.
So Jasmine, tell me, how does one get a gig doing nothing but whaleback riding?
Oh, I do much more than that. Riding Mr. Wiggles is just the fun part. I also get to feed him, and clean up after him when he gets sick, and carefully cleanse his blowhole.
Really? That's funny. I've got a...
Don't go down that path, Larry. You'll blow it.
I've got a feeling. A feeling that that's a terrible job. Why don't you quit?
What? And give up show business?
Gee, Jasmine, for a girl who's around fish all day, you sure do smell good.
Oh, thank you. It is difficult to stay fresh.
Your perfume is fantastic.
Thanks, Larry. I guess you could say that I'm somewhat of a perfume connoisseur.
Larry, a connoisseur is one who understands the details, techniques, and principles of an art, and is competent to act as a critical judge.
I actually knew that. So, you understand the details, techniques, and principles of perfume and are competent to act as a critical judge?
Exactly. Gosh, Larry, it's like you know me. Inside and out.
Inside? Wow. Just wow.
Perfume's my passion. I have literally 1,000 perfumes. Some of them are really, really, really expensive. I don't think there's one I don't have.
Gee, Jasmine, for a girl who's around fish all day, you sure do smell good.
Oh, thank you. It is difficult to stay fresh.
Your perfume is fantastic.
Thanks, Larry. I guess you could say that I'm somewhat of a perfume connoisseur.
Larry, a connoisseur is one who understands the details, techniques, and principles of an art, and is competent to act as a critical judge.
I actually knew that. Do you always wear perfume?
Oh, yes. A lot of the time, that's all I wear.
Oh, my God! Oh, my happy, happy God! Well then, I guess it's safe to assume you don't need more perfume.
Are you kidding? I'm dying for something new. Something fresh. Something original. But at this point, I don't think there's a man on Earth who could come up with that.
There's your cue, Larry. But where are you going to find a unique perfume that she's never smelled before?
It's great to meet you, Jasmine. I'll be back in a flash with something you're going to love.
No need to hurry, Larry. I'm about to go on break, but I really hope I see you later.
You walk through a little maze of twisty passages, all alike, until you find your way back to civilization. You turn the bolt with the key and enter the aquarium. There's nobody here.
Jasmine must have gone on break.
Mr. Wiggles seems to be taking a break. There's a squid sticking out of the creel. You never know when a recently deceased squid will come in handy. Look, you can see Jasmine's damp creel. Carefully, you tip the hot sauce bottle into Mr. Wiggles' blowhole and pour out the entire contents. Bubbles rise to the top of the sauce as it slowly glugs down into the whale's inner recesses. Don't try this at home.
Easy there, big fella. He can't take any more. He's gonna blow!
Deep within the aquarium, the overspiced whale gives a mighty heave. Something floats to the surface of the aquarium. Mr. Wiggles swims away, snorking constantly. Unless you miss your guess, and you usually do, Mr. Wiggles has upchucked some ambergris. It could be something else, but let's just not go there. You kneel and scoop the water towards yourself until the ambergris is within reach. It's gooey and revolting, and you stick it in your pocket without a second thought. You're not really capable of second thoughts. Now you know what they mean when they say, 2 heads are better than 1.
You gonna stand there all night?
I'll stick it out as long as I can.
Somehow, a beautiful jasmine plant is managing to survive the dry climate. You stealthily snitch a large, fragrant jasmine blossom.
Taxi!
What the hell have you been eating? Rotten corpse with 40 cloves of garlic? What, are you my only customer tonight? $17, pal. Thanks, kid.
Holy cannoli! It smells like a fire hydrant just walked in here.
How many dead teeth do you have in that mouth, anyway?
Hello?
What'll it be?
I want to do some serious damage. Give me a vodka.
That'll be $5, please.
You flip $5 onto the counter. You don't drink the vodka. Instead, you carry it around in the shot glass because you simply never know when you'll need a shot of vodka.
Blah, 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 blah. No, not then, just now, when I went, ugh!
So, what was the setup to that punchline?
Just think of the money he saved.
So, what was the setup to that punchline? You rap loudly on the Naugahyde door.
Yeah? What's the password?
You read off the strange password you discovered in the John.
Ken sent me?
Come on in.
If Prodigious P were capable of speech right now, he'd have your breath arrested for indecency.
That's the first breath I've smelled on any man since that video game players convention came through town. Ugh.
You strip off your jacket. You strip off the rest of your clothes. Either get dressed again or get down to business.
I don't need anything of yours, baby. Just little old you.
You carefully guide the condom onto your tumescent little Larry. Smart man, now get crackin'. Once more under the breech.
Ooh. Yes! Yes! No.
Well, Well, that was better, honey. At least this time we didn't have all the whining and the crying and the fussing. And the questions. Oh, God, all the questions.
But it didn't feel fulfilling.
Yeah, I hear you. I didn't feel filled either.
I think it has to be with someone I love, who loves me. I vow to continue my quest until I please my heart, not just my other organs.
Great. That'll give me a break.
You put all your clothes back on. Trying your luck again, Larry?
Yeah?
But this time you come up empty-handed. Suddenly you feel a refreshing breeze in an unusual place. Then you realize you failed to zip your fly. Then you realize that you're still wearing your condom.
Come back here, pervert!
Let's take it from the top, figuratively and literally.
That's the first breath I've smelled on any man since that video game players convention came through town. Ugh.
You carefully remove the condom and dispose of it in the pile of other used condoms. Smart thinking, Larry. You just saved yourself a lot of public embarrassment. You put all your clothes back on. You attach the bungee cord securely to the fire escape. You yank on the fire escape for a moment. Such simple pleasures. You hook the other end of the bungee cord to your belt loop.
What could possibly go wrong with this arrangement?
With the bungee attached, you hurl yourself off the fire escape.
Ta-da!
And the judges give it a 10. You accidentally lost the hammer in the window, but that's okay. You won't need it anymore. You got the pills. You unhook yourself from the bungee cords and dispose of them in the dumpster below. You won't need them anymore either. This is getting to be a habit with you.
Taxi!
What the hell have you been eating? Rotten corpse with 40 cloves of garlic? When will this shift end? Lucky 21, pal. Fork it over. Thanks, kid.
Gee, son, would you mind passing gas or something just to cover up your breath? Gee, son, do you mind passing gas or something just to cover up your breath?
You hold the squid out to the cat. You quickly grab one of the used syringes lying all too plentifully around lost wages. With a startling adeptness that raises questions about what you do in your free time, you extract the fluid from the cat's musk glands. The cat runs off without so much as a vengeful backwards glance that might foreshadow a sequel, or at least a really bloody scene later. Congratulations! You've got the best available local civet.
Score!
I think I smell a wolf pack, and one of them is nearing death.
You let yourself in.
Larry, I was wondering where you'd gone. You have anything for me? Your breath, have you been eating roadkill?
You pull out your Ode to Larry and lay it on her.
What is this?
I call it Ode to Larry.
Oh, Larry. Ode to Larry. Ooh.
Did someone just yodel? Anyway, it's the first in my new line.
Really? I didn't realize you were a parfumier.
Why, yes. Yes, I am. Ever since before. And I created this scent just for you. In fact, I've created several scents today just thinking about you. But this is the only one I bottled.
Intriguing.
Jasmine opens the bottle, waves it in the air, and inhales the lingering aroma.
You bad boy. It's Jasmine.
What else?
She inhales again.
And is that civet?
Sort of.
Ooh la la. And there's something else. Tabasco?
Well, maybe just a little. Do you like it?
It's a very unusual combination. There's something else. Something rare and valuable.
That's right. Wow, Jasmine, your nostrils are like two beautiful bloodhounds.
My God, you know just what to say, don't you? Is that ambergris?
Exactly.
How exotic.
And it's from Mr. Wiggles, too.
What?
You'd be surprised. Huge whale like that, you just give him a little bitty bottle of Tasteless Dave's Butt Burner hot sauce.
What?
Of course, you can't dilute it in the aquarium water. You have to pour it straight into the blowhole.
What? You gave hot sauce to Mr. Wiggles? You screaming douche puppet!
Screaming what now?
How dare you assault a defenseless whale?
Defenseless? He weighs 40 tons!
Mr. Wiggles is my best friend.
You're horrible! I never want to see you again! Get out and don't come back!
So I bet you don't want to know how I got the civet.
Get out!
How about we make passionate love just once, for old time's sake?
Get out! Get out! Get out!
You recognize that? It's one of those little kits with rubber patches and a bottle of special glue. It's for fixing minor holes in rubber and vinyl items. You snag the little kit. This is an original Anthony Velez from his Seduction series. It's called Trying to Get That Last Little Bit. You're supposed to use your imagination about what she's licking. Unfortunately, the model spoiled the mystique by revealing that she was just trying to make her mole wet and glossy.
That's odd. Why is there a statue of Donald Trump here?
This painting is an original Lisa Asmi from her Pleasure and Pain series. The title is Toe Caught Under Refrigerator. This was painted by that immortal artist Jeffrey Burns, who's painted some of the most famous buttocks in Hollywood. This is either Farrah Fawcett or Ryan O'Neal. They're both pretty. This sharp, imposing, dramatic plant is some sort of mother-in-law's tongue, and we didn't even have to make that up. Nothing says security like a desk with a neon sign. A security guard with an amazing pair of guns is stationed by the desk. You cleverly make eye contact with Faith before talking to her.
Hey, baby. I'm Larry. Larry Laffer?
Good evening, sir.
Hubba, hubba, hubba. Look at the guns on this cop.
Charmin.
Baby, I'd like to make your day.
Now there's a fresh new approach.
You know, I think the brave men and women who keep our country safe deserve more than we can ever repay.
I guard the penthouses for a couple of filthy rich people who don't even have enemies. It's not quite the same thing.
I know! It's horrible! I mean, it's great! It's very important work. Which is it? I'm not sure what you were getting at.
You're funny, Larry. I just wish this job didn't take so much out of me. It leaves me with so little energy and desire. You know what I mean?
Yes! I mean, as a professional, I've seen a lot of that. It must be very boring up here all by yourself.
It is, actually. And it's surprising how tiring it is to stand up here and do nothing all day.
How you must long for male companionship.
What are you, a psychologist? You're very good.
Well, I'm not, board certified. Yeah, that's it. I'm not board certified.
Wow, good save, Larry.
So, sweetheart, what's your sign?
Libra, but I'm really on the cusp between Libra and Scorpio. And that's okay because Jupiter is in Sagittarius in my 5th house, so I tend to be less judgmental than you think, like if my rising sign was Leo or something. Now, the moon is in Gemini in my 2nd house, so I...
Mommy, make it stop.
Am not getting along very well with my parents, who are both Taurus. Am I boring you? You look a little glazed.
No. I'm just in awe of the depths of your astrological know-how.
Thank you. You're a wonderful listener.
Thanks. All I really had to do was stand here. So, you got a name or something?
Faith.
Say, Faith, I'm only in town for this one night. How about we get together when you get off duty?
You're sweet, Larry, but I don't think I could ever be unfaithful to my boyfriend.
Larry, it seems this one's going to require outside assistance.
Faith? What a gorgeous name!
Thank you. I've always tried to live up to it.
Is that a good sign, or isn't it?
So, Faith, baby, when do you get off?
Usually when I'm with someone romantic.
Don't just sit here all night doing nothing, baby. Why don't you come with me?
Maybe, but right now, I'm working.
You're a man of the world, Larry. Perhaps some sort of medical stimulant would help.
I'll be back, baby. Don't go anywhere without me.
I'm on duty all night. See you later. I'm so sorry, but your breath. I think I'm going to asphyxiate.
You hand over the Spanish fly.
What's this? Recreational drugs?
She opens the bottle and examines the pills.
This looks like the real stuff.
She pops one of the pills.
Oh, yes! I can feel it working. I feel so warm and tingly inside. So ready. Oh, so anxious. I don't know how much longer I can help myself. This is just what I need to put me in the mood. Thank you.
Are you ready?
I sure am. Job be damned, I need it. And I need it now. I'm going home and giving one of these to my boyfriend. We're gonna tear up the sheets. Thanks again. These are great.
Oh well, there are millions of fish in the sea, Larry.
Yeah, but she had something special. Live ammo.
It's a little red button. This button won't depress. There's a little keyhole nearby, so apparently this button is in locked position. Forget about it, Larry. You'll never get in there. It's a little red button. You press the button and the penthouse elevator door slides open.
Aha! Progress!
It's probably the door to a luxury suite. You travel a short distance up in the elevator, down a hall, into another elevator, and up another flight.
Whoa! This is totally wicked! Someday it's gonna be me living in one of these places. And then, watch out, pedestrians! Larry Laffer has a balcony!
A line of rubber tree plants cordons off this part of the penthouse. The sofa matches the chair. Matching furniture is a new thing, Larry. You should look into it. The area rug is plush and warm, and the golden blonde wood of the floor is in superb condition. The only negative aspect is the beating of the old man's hideous heart under the planks. But hey, every apartment has some downsides. This painting is simply entitled Penis.
Well, I don't get it.
The wide, extra plush armchair is just the right size for the beast with two backs. No, we're not going to Google that for you. This little side table has an interesting feature. When it gets warmer out, the table expands to seat 6. Right now, there's definite shrinkage. This door leads out onto a deck. You can see some of the Lost Wages skyline out there. The artist Justin McMiniman entitled this piece Juice Box. He claims it sums up contemporary American culture as unhealthy, mass-produced, and environmentally ignorant. Another in the Justin McMiniman series, this one is entitled Blow Me. He describes the painting as a celebration of the jug as a traditional American woodwind instrument. He also likes that a jug reminds him of boobies. This elliptical skylight was especially designed for this penthouse by Georgia O'Keeffe. This window in back of the penthouse's aesthetic-looking dining area looks out over the Lost Wages Strip. Another in the Justin McMiniman series, this one is entitled 1%. He later explained in an interview that the painting expresses his inner torment that only 1% of women have jugs this large. He also likes it because a jug reminds him of a woman's breasticle. It smells very strongly of other people's bedroom.
There have been men and women together in here. You can tell. It sure is swank, though. And from the artwork, I'm pretty sure this is a man's room. It smells familiar. Yes, this is so true about dogs and the way they hide bones. It's like, why did you ask for the bone if you were just going to bury it? Finally, a piece of art that really speaks to me about life.
That's not just a tree, it's a Great Western morning wood. This is a print of Alex Kotkin's still life, The Fruit of My Loins, 1979, $240 at the Wolfenfrau Gallery. This is a print entitled Bad Mr. Winky by Jason Zisk, who went on to design a line of offensive greeting cards, offensive samplers, and offensive doilies.
Silk sheets, tiger stripes on the bedspread. I gotta start taking notes.
A simple reading lamp adorns the nightstand. But from the looks of things, not a lot of reading goes on here. It's a closet, probably. You open the closet door.
Whoops!
A deflated love doll tumbles out onto the floor. Ever the gentleman, you help her up.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to startle you. Hey, baby. You're beautiful. Want to come with me?
You nod her head.
Score!
You tuck the love doll into your jacket. At least now you don't have to go through the rest of this game alone. You close the closet door.
That's better. Now there's less evidence that I've been here.
You stop and turn around.
Now I know what this room smells like. Adam, I promise to put this to good use. I hope.
The sliding door is unlocked.
Oh, man. Bummer. I spent this whole night looking for a door I can open by sliding a newspaper underneath and poking the key out the other side of the keyhole so that it falls on the newspaper. Every computer game character gets to do that except me. It isn't fair. Oh well, let's see the deck.
You step out onto the balcony and an incredible vista greets you.
Holy shnikes!
You take in the sweeping skyline, the towering 8th-floor casino, the brunette in the hot tub at the neighboring penthouse.
That is positively the most drop-dead gorgeous woman I have ever seen. Imagine how beautiful she must be when you're standing within 100 feet of her.
Larry, haven't you learned not to judge someone by looks alone?
I can't hear you! La 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 la.
In high winds, these yuccas have been known to kill pedestrians. The roof deck is spare but tasteful, which is more than you can say for anything else in this town. A beautiful woman sits in the hot tub regarding you with a mixture of curiosity and expectation. You inflate the love doll with the helium. It empties the canister, so you toss it away. And here, nearly 100 feet up in the mysterious troposphere, the breeze and swirling air currents begin to tug at the love doll. Get a good look at her while you still can. It's her mouth, or as it's called in the love doll industry, orifice number 1. If you find her gaze slightly mocking, you're not imagining it. Red hair-like plastic emerges in regularly spaced tufts from the top of the love doll. Wow, an electronic rendering of a cheap plastic toy's pretend mammary glands with aftermarket nipples. You can't get much closer to real nudity. A good stiff breeze, is there any other kind, kicks up and almost tears her from your hands. Thanks to the lift coefficient generated by your leisure suit's enormous lapels, you feel yourself being pulled upward. The love doll catches a convenient crosswind and she carries you up and away. It's a good thing you've always been a lightweight. You sail closer and closer to the woman of your dreams. You touch down gently on the other deck and stick the landing. You release the love doll and she floats away gently in the moonlight. The woman in the hot tub looks mightily impressed with your dramatic entrance.
Oh my. Your breath. It's indescribably foul.
A valve sits on the edge of the hot tub. You're not in the hot tub, Larry. Let whoever's using it adjust it to their preference. The two of you make direct eye contact. It's like a bolt of lightning goes into your eyes, down your body, and blows your toes off. She gazes at you with amusement and smoldering interest.
I see you're admiring me. I'm glad.
I'm glad you're glad. If I keep staring, will you just get gladder and gladder?
Only up to a point.
Well, let's see how far we can push it.
Okay, now it's getting old.
I can't help it. Humana, humana, humana.
Hello yourself. I'm Eve.
Well, Eve, I've always felt it's a look that's right for me. A man has to do what a man has to do. That's what I always say.
I agree completely. I'm so tired of men who wear or say anything just to gain a woman's favors.
You clearly would never do anything like that, Larry.
And I so love what you are wearing.
You have a sense of humor. Oh, Larry, you're one special man. I've been watching you, Larry. Larry Laffer. You try too hard, but you have a good heart. Why don't you slip into this water and we'll see if we can really get to know each other.
What? Yes, of course I'd like to join you. In fact, I can think of nothing I'd enjoy more. Hey, gorgeous. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Larry. Larry Laffer?
Hi, Larry. What an attractive leisure suit. Oh, I so miss them. It's refreshing to meet a man with so much self-confidence that he's willing to flaunt the fickle trends of fashion mores and deeply travel the road of his own secure masculinity.
Was she talking to you, Larry?
So I just dropped in to say hello. Get it? Dropped in?
Larry, it was one of the most foolish, spectacular, romantic things I've ever seen, and I'll never forget it. Well, it kills the mood a little when you do that.
This reminds me of a big glass of champagne.
You can join me, if you promise not to add any bubbles of your own.
Give me a minute, Eve.
Don't keep me waiting too long, Larry. I could catch a chill all by myself in here.
You strip off your jacket. You strip off the rest of your clothes. You slip into the hot tub. You take no time to adjust to the water's temperature, since you really can't feel anything right now except the deafening beat of your own heart.
That's better, isn't it?
Yeah.
You turn the valve a little.
There. Is that better?
You turn the valve a little.
You don't like so many bubbles?
You turn the valve a little.
You don't like the way I had it set?
Eve, I'd really like to get to know you better. Where are you from? What's your sign? Are you married?
As much as you want to listen, all you can think about is what's beneath all those bubbles.
Isn't there a switch somewhere to turn off these bubbles?
Oh, I prefer that we leave them on.
And so does the ESRB.
I love your name, Eve. It reminds me of something.
Original sin? Something just moved in the water.
Try to control yourself, Larry.
Eve, how can I get to know the inner you?
She just smiles and gazes at you expectantly.
What? Am I crazy? Why would I leave this? At the risk of appearing trite, would you like an apple?
Trite? Hardly. I've been waiting for something. Anything from you, Larry. Besides, I'm horny as hell, and you're the only man in sight. Let's go. Me first.
And with that, she disappears under the churning water.
Congratulations, you finally got Larry off to a great start. I'm Al Lowe. And speaking of great starts, I want to thank the thousands of Kickstarter backers who made this game possible, and the amazing talented folks whose names will soon appear here. Thank you for reloading Leisure Suit Larry.
Sometimes we give our hearts away too easily to any Johnny-come-lately with a pretty face and a good story. So I'm dedicating this song to a sly little guy I like to call Equity Crowdfunding. Sweetheart, our flight of passion had a quick start, but now I've nothing but a sick heart, watching your numbers rise and rise. Up late, hoping to hear your latest update, but I've run out of love to donate. There aren't any tears left in my eyes. I'm tracking, you're backing, I hear you saying that you adore me. I'm paying to stay in, but will you stretch your goals for me? Sweetheart, our love has made me a bit street smart. You give my motor such a kickstart. I pledge my heart and all I can to you.